And today we are at Barnes & Noble for our first and I believe only haul trip, or not the...
Well, that's up for debate.
Right, yeah.
So we're in Hurst, Texas, by the way.
We're in Hurst, Texas at the Barnes & Noble for their November 50% off Criterion sale.
Yeah, and if you've been watching the channel a while, you know this is my favorite time of the year. This and July are the months that the Criterion titles go 50% off at Barnes & Noble.
Yeah, so I have a couple of titles in mind that I want to get, including the new book, The Reign of the MCU, which is a book that chronicles the rise and some would say the fall of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But that's up for debate, so.
Yeah, we're going to go in and check out, and we'll be with you in just a moment, show you what we got.
All right.
Yeah. Aaron Munchausen. That Terry Gilliam movie was pretty good. Had a cameo of Robin Williams.
Show the camera.
Oh, I'm sorry. I like a lot of Terry Gilliam's movies. Dreams is definitely on my wish list. It's an Akira Kurosawa movie wherein he just filmed what he saw in his dreams. That's simple. It's got a cameo by Martin Scorsese.
What do you think about the collection at the store?
It's good. I kind of did a cursory glance online to see what they had, and they've got a good amount here. Better than I'm seeing in other places, especially for 4Ks. Badlands, I would seriously consider that it's Terrence Malick's first movie with Warner Brothers. Although this is not in 4K, so I'm waiting for that.
Okay, so in July you did a video on the Criterion, your monthly videos about the Criterion releases that are going to be released 3 months ahead of time.
Right.
And we saw quite a few titles that we definitely said we were going to get. What are some of those? So,
right. If I remember correctly, I'm trying to think which one comes to mind.
You already got Freaks, right?
Yeah, the Freaks Blu-ray was a definite day one buy. I didn't even wait for the sale.
Yeah, he didn't wait for the sale for that one. The Others is another title.
The Others, okay.
You say you're not interested in Videodrome.
Well, not this trip. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Oh, how can we forget the Princess Bride?
Yes. Have I told the story on this channel?
Go ahead and tell it again.
September 11th, 2001. My girlfriend, now wife, called me that morning to wake me up and say, hey, something's going on. And I'm watching The Princess Bride. And she thinks that's the funniest thing ever.
Well, there's nothing funny about that day. I just found it kind of funny that you had no idea what was going on in the world because you didn't have on the news.
But it's finally out in 4K, so I'm going to pick it up.
That's our Princess Bride story, folks. And that was one of the things that he was looking forward to when he saw that this was going to be released in July.
Relatively recent movie. I thought it was good, a great movie, and it came out in October, of course, during spooky season. I don't think I'm going to pick this up today, but I will get around to it eventually. All right, first title up is Dreams by Akira Kurosawa. basically a motion picture about his dreams. Beautiful photography, as always with him, really, for the most part. His work always stands out to me. And I love the Scorsese cameo, so that's a big reason why I picked that one up.
Now tell me a little bit more about this. I think we talked about it in the store, but...
Strange, ironic dreams, basically put on film. That's
his dreams.
His dreams, his personal dreams. It came out in the early 90s, so it was far away removed from Seven Samurai and things like that, but I always enjoyed it. I went to the theater and saw it when it initially came out. All right, next is The Trial, movie directed by Orson Welles, and it's his take on the Franz Kafka story. I've never seen it, but I love Orson Welles' work, so I decided to give it a shot. And by the way, all of these titles are in 4K, which is really great. Next up is The Red Shoes, Powell and Pressburger's interpretation of an old fairy tale. We were watching something on TV or a movie or something, and they made reference to that story where the woman is obsessed with dancing, and she gets this pair of magical shoes, which, spoiler, eventually kill her. It's not an uplifting movie, but you think about it, most fairy tales aren't. But it's a great movie, and again, the 4K, I'm sure, is going to really sparkle on this. Finally, I won't burden you with my September 11th, 2001 story again. I think we got that earlier. But The Princess Bride. I love this movie. I loved it from the first time I saw it, and I'm proud to watch it.
What's extra about this one? Because you have several copies of The Princess Bride, right?
Now, I'll give you this. On this one, I don't know if they're borrowing from old MGM extras or switching them out, but audio commentary featuring director Rob Reiner, screenwriter William Goldman, who famously said of Hollywood that nobody knows anything.
That's not wrong.
And actors Billy Crystal and Peter Falk, so that's good. I'm glad they got him before he passed away. Program about Goldman's screenplay. Program about Goldman's Tapestry, based on his novel. Interview with Reiner, Goldman, and actors Carrie Ells, Billy Crystal, Christopher Guest, not a nice guy. Mandy Patinkin, Chris Sarandon. You know, he's the one that's married to... Mandy Patinkin's
not the nice guy, or Christopher Guest?
No, Christopher Guest.
Oh,
he's the one that's... Isn't he the one that's married to Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yeah.
And he's always got attitude.
I didn't know that about him. I thought he was a nice guy. Okay.
On-set video diary filmed and narrated by Elwes.
I never could pronounce his name. The guy from the first Saw movie.
Yeah, Saw.
Who made it out. The only one that made it out, I believe. But
and that pretty much covers it.
I mean, is that something that is that new, or is
well, that's the hard part. I don't know the film, because they could be licensing out old MGM extras or stuff like that.
Okay.
But I would guess it's new. I just can't say for sure.
Okay.
All right, so those are mine. And despite what she said earlier, I'll probably be back for another trip. I don't know if we're going to film it, but I'm going to get me some more titles, including Don't Look Now, one we mentioned earlier. But these are her choices.
Okay, so I got Hollywood Shuffle, which is I guess a black comedy. It kind of is satire on the blaxploitation films, but it's shot in 1990, but they were still like blaxploitation films happening.
He's kind of making fun of the fact that black actors always got horrible roles back then, and so this is his parody of that situation. And
by he, we mean Robert Townsend, famous black actor Robert Townsend. And I apologize, it wasn't 1990. This movie came out in 1987. I remember watching it on cable and thought it was very funny.
Really?
So, yeah.
What was that movie that he was singing in? That male group of singers?
Oh, The one where it says nobody ain't come to see you, Otis?
Yeah, probably.
I've never seen it. Is it the 5 Heartbeats?
5 Heartbeats.
Oh, I think I've maybe seen the 5 Heartbeats.
So you might know him from that. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up.
Yeah, if you see him, you'll know Robert Townsend's face. So, this is one I wanted to pick up in July. July, right?
Yep.
But decided to wait until this time to pick it up. Now, I've started somewhat of a tradition of picking up a movie that I'd never heard of before, but after looking at the title, it sounds interesting.
Called A Cat in the Bag by some YouTubers we watch.
Oh, okay. Is that what it's called?
Cat
in the Bag? That phenomenon or whatever? Okay.
Yeah.
So my Cat in the Bag last year, I think from the October sale, I'm sorry, I keep doing that, the November Criterion sale, was The Bicycle Thief. And I watched that one. Turns out it's like one of the most famous movies of all time. And I actually liked it. I watched it one night. Really good movie. Really, really heartwarming. Kind of depressing, but kind of pulls out the heartstrings. This time I went with, I guess my Cat in the Bag is, this is not a burial, it's a resurrection. I don't have my glasses, so I just kind of only did like, I guess, just like just a little glance at it. But I mean, it seems interesting. It deals with the themes of death, and for whatever reason, that always is something that interests me. So it's by a director called Jeremiah Mose. Is that it? The things over it, the stickers over it, so I can't see the whole director's name.
His last name's at the bottom.
Yeah, I think I can't make out
Mosesi?
Mosesi.
Mosese.
So I'm not familiar with this director or his work or this title, but I'm looking forward. Like I said, just looking at the description from what I can make out, it seems like it's that's the back of it.
Yeah. If you can see the special features on there.
Yeah. Okay. So special features on this one. It looks like it's a 2K digital master, approved by the director. Okay, his first name is Limahong Jeremiah Mosesi. Let's see, it's got new audio commentary, featurettes with Mosesi and a producer of the movie, and a 2019 essay film, Mother, I Am Suffocating. This is my last film about you. This sounds interesting already. So that's one of the extras on this one. Plus an essay by the novelist and playwright Zakes Mida. I know I'm butchering these people's name. I'm not familiar with any of them, but it looks like an interesting title. So that's the two that I went with. Was gonna get the book about the MCU that just came out. I guess an unauthorized biography called The Reign of the MCU, but they didn't have it in this location, so we're gonna check out another location because they have 5 copies, and I probably will do a separate review video of that because I'm gonna start reading that book right away.
Okay.
But for right now, this is our haul trip number 1.
Number 1. That's a good way to put it. Barnes &
Noble, November, Criterion, 50% off sale. We'll talk to you guys next time. Any parting words?
No, other than see you later.
All right. Bye.